Steve, if you had a penny for every time somebody said they wanted an actionable insight, you'd be a very rich man. What do you think people actually mean by actionable insight?
It's a great question. And I think there are three things you need to make an insight actionable, because, newsflash, an actionable insight is an insight that you can action. And you can't action an insight if you don't have a clear next step, rather than just a general vibe. You can't action an insight if there isn't a number to put on it, because then if you change something, how do you know if it was worked? And this is the hardest one. You can't action an insight if people don't care about it. People need to care about it in order to take action on it. And so there needs to be that emotional element to it as well.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I think that point around caring is like often overlooked and maybe not something that people think about. Interesting you talk about the number. I think that's actually such an important part of it. So often we're speaking with clients who are really excited when you can see through the data and insight they already had a hunch on, but they weren't able to take action on it because they didn't have the number, they didn't have the evidence, and it's sort of quite a validating moment, and they're excited because they're now thinking, great, I can now go away and get this acted on. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So look, if someone's at the moment where they're struggling for actionable insight, what would you suggest they do?
Well, I mean, what you said there about numbers is so important to this, and I think it's such a great point. I think we like to treat it as you might a scientific experiment, using those numbers that you said. Even if you're like, we're broadly aware this is an issue, if you use those numbers, you can then turn it into more of a scientific experiment, and with a hypothesis. This is what we think is the issue. This is the evidence based on it. These are the numbers that back that up. This is what we think we should do, and if it works, this is what the numbers, how the numbers will change. And the wonderful thing about that is it takes ego and gut feel completely out of it. It's not about being right or wrong and individually. It's about having hypotheses and then seeing if they pan out or not, which is a much better way to unite everyone behind you in terms of actually making change.
Love that. Who would have thought you would have liked the science bit of it?
I know, it's so out of character for me.